It's Tokyo Joe time. It's Tokyo Joe time. Everybody loves Tokyo Joe time. It's the time to go to Roppongi, get your big bowl of titties. It's Tokyo Joe time. Hey everyone, it's me. That's right, Tokyo Joe. And I'm coming at you almost live from the Tokyo Joe Media Complex, Tokyo Midtown, Akasaka, Tokyo, Japan. That's right, in the land of Japan. Well, friends, Happy New Year to y'all. And I'd like to give my new subscribers a special shout out and a big thank you for subscribing to the podcast. Tell you what, at this rate, I might even get 500 subscribers before I die. Who knows? Okay, let's get on with the podcast, friends. But before I do, I'd ask you all a big favor. Can you please just subscribe to the podcast? I'd really like it a lot. And I'll make sure I give out positive vibes to you all from here. I'll give you lots of peace and loves, big vibes to help you get the dream life you always wanted. Because I'm Tokyo Joe, I know Tokyo, and I got lots of love for y'all out there. So please press the little subscribe button and tell your friends around the YouTubes and on the Facebooks and everywhere else you are on the internet how to listen to the podcast by pressing subscribe. Thank you, friends. I appreciate it. Okay, friends. Well, let's take a look here. Today we're talking about a very important subject. And that, my friends, is Daddy Choo. He's really taken off. I took a look at his site the other day, and it's got a lot of interesting stuff on it. And there are a lot of haters around the internet who don't like Daddy Choo. Personally, I find the whole thing with plastic figurines repulsive. I mean, what kind of grown man feels the need to play with plastic figurines? But let's today not focus on the otakus and the animes, because I got a lot of love and respect for the otaku people and the anime people. There's no doubt about it. They do their little thing, and I understand why they do it. It's interesting for it. And I don't understand that world itself, but I understand what motivates the people to get involved in such a big hobby like that. But no, today I'm talking about the guru that Choo has become, self-proclaimed guru. For example, he says things like in an article or in a YouTube video, this is a quote from Mr. Choo himself, discover and live your passion and the rest will just follow. It always does. I'll repeat that. Discover and live your passion and the rest will just follow. It always does. Interesting, huh? Yeah, I'll tell you. If your daddy's a billionaire, a fashion billionaire who everyone knows, of course you'll be successful. But for the average person out there in Tokyo Town struggling on their 30 mon-yen a month, if that, sometimes 20 mon-yen, 200,000 yen a month, and living in the gaijin house with 10 other struggling English teachers in one toilet, right? I don't believe what Mr. Choo says applies to them as much as it would apply to him. So, Mr. Choo, why is it that you think that if you, quote, discover and live your passion and the rest will just follow, dash it always does, applies to everyone else? Let me ask someone, do you know if Mr. Choo has benefited from his father's fortune? If he hasn't, I'll tell you one thing, there are always benefits in having a famous father, because you get let indoors, doors are open for you, and you get to do a lot of stuff that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do because of contacts and stuff. So even if Mr. Choo did not receive a single red cent from his father, I don't think his advice applies to other people like it would apply to himself. What do you think? I don't know. Look, I believe that he's got a big following, and let's face it, his side is made by his fans. I mean, they post the comments and they post the stuff. And look, I think that there are a few things in life more masturbatory than being a self-proclaimed guru like Choo. I mean, okay, I give out advice, but I always tell you to take it with a grain of salt. I don't get no serious about it all, unlike some of the other bloggers around the internet on the Japan blogging circuit. And I make sure that people understand they should take it all with a grain of salt and realize that these are just suggestions. But Mr. Choo has a huge cult now of followers who worship his side and his life. They believe that if they came to Japan, they would be able to get in the white stormtrooper outfit, do the little dances, and get the jobs that he got, and be successful if they blogged about anime and stuff. No, I don't think that's necessarily what's going to happen in real life. Great thing about what Choo's doing is like what the Huffington Post did, because all you got to do is get a lot of followers, and soon they'll be like filling your side up with comments and pictures and everything else, like little comments on the photos you see there. And frankly, you don't have to do anything, because you just put the pictures up and people come and fill it up for you. Interesting, huh? Yeah. I'll tell you something, friends. I think Mr. Choo's followers will wake up one day. But it's interesting, because Mr. Choo is from China land, and yet he likes to pretend to be Japanese and speak to Japanese. He likes to pretend to be Korean and speak to Korean. And he also has like an English accent, which I frankly find somewhat disturbing. Maybe he grew up there, but it doesn't matter, because it's, oh God, if you listen to it, it's fucking awful. All right, well, anyway, these are my thoughts about Mr. Choo and his remarks about following your passion. I think a lot of people will come over here and try to follow their passions with the animes. They'll end up flat on their faces. So, Mr. Choo, if people follow your advice, what happens when they fail? Will you bail them out? Will you give them money? I sure hope so, because if you're making statements like that to your wild-eyed fans who'll do anything to please you, well, friend, maybe you should think that they'll take it seriously. Don't you think? Okay, friends, please rate and comment. What do you think of Mr. Choo's advice about coming to Japan and following your passions, and the rest will follow? Yeah, follow your passions, and your apartment will follow, and your food, and your transport, and your jobs. Yeah, right. Okay. Let me see what you think about that below. Okay, friends, hope you enjoyed the podcast. Remember, I don't censor no comments, so leave them below. Write whatever the hell you want. And I'll tell you, friends, I'll look forward to seeing you on the website intokyotown.tk, at the forum www.tokyoforum.tk, www.tokyoforum.tk, on the Twitters at Tokyo Joe Love, and there is also a Twitter for the forum, the Tokyo Forum. Okay, friends, please rate, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you agree or enjoyed it, or otherwise got something out of it. I look forward to reading your comments below. What do you think of Mr. Choo's lifestyle comments? Bye for now, friends.